because we can be sure you can stand on these words and never fall, no matter who comes against you. No matter if the most powerful dictator on earth is your opponent, they will always lose if you have these words. The main purpose of the enemy is to get you away from these words. However you can. If you don't like reading, then listen to it. Do like reading, read it and see the words and hear it, and then it sinks in. And then when situations occur in this life, words of truth, through the power of the quickening Holy Spirit, very mind of Christ himself indwells in you and shows you and guides you and leads you on, tell you the right way, and to give you knowledge, knowing things that we have never learned, because he gives us insight. Tyrants and dictators and wickedness. We don't fight against flesh and blood, but principalities and spiritual forces, evil in places. Those inspire, and they have geographical location over certain areas and certain entities, certain presidents and dictators and stuff. So they act on behalf, and that's why in Revelations it says the Most High has put in their heart to fulfill his will and to agree, so that they all are gathered together in one place. He is directing it. The Most High is directing it. But here they scheme together as if they're going to take out God himself. That he has put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree. And so their destruction will all happen simultaneously. And then the rest of the people that are on earth that did not go along with that, the kingdoms of this world become the kingdoms of our God and of his Christ. For when that heavenly city comes down and comes on this earth, then heaven and earth rejoice. Because that's how it was supposed to be from the beginning, until the devil, through his pride, through his jealousy of human beings, he corrupted this world. The Most High has used his evil and his wickedness to skirn out those who would choose him, because only those who choose him and his ways will be in his kingdom. He only wants those who willingly want to be there. See, there's no coercion. There's no forcing his kingdom. It's all a choice. When you are forced to do something against your will, that's of the devil, no matter what it is, where it is. And if you say, well, I don't want to live for God, I don't want to do the things that are right, he will not force you. He is a still, small voice that requests you do the right thing, that you choose to do what is right, because it is your wise choice to do so. Choose for yourself life that you may live, for his words and his laws are there to help and benefit us. They're not there to restrict us. They're there for our happiness, peace, and for our freedom. Because when we break his laws, then we are damaging and hurting other individuals. We're hurting other people. Those who choose to use their will for his kingdom and his purposes, those are the ones who he puts in charge of his kingdom, because he says we inherit the earth with him. He is the great king. He will reign with him forever and ever. He will put in charge of his world those who choose to do his will now. When they have a choice to do whatever, they choose to do his will, well, he knows. They were put through the test. This life is to test and teach. For that, it is excellent. There's a lot of time, turmoil, struggle, tests that we go through, but yet we have a peace in our heart to know that everything is allowed by him. There's nothing that happens to us wasn't allowed. That we can know this is a test. What can we learn from this? And that's his idea. He doesn't want to punish us for the sake of doing us harm. He wants to put us back on the right path. We're going down to the path of destruction. Those he loves, he edges back on. He loves us so much, he will leave the rest of the 99 and come and get you. That's what true love is, how we should be. And that just doesn't really exist now in the world, but that's why we need to bring it back. His kingdom begins with us. His kingdom is alive within us and has already begun here on this earth. And then when the physical kingdom appears, when he comes, there will be unity.